Okay, I'm here at the Museo di Macchina, which is the espresso machine museum in Binasco, Italy, just outside of Milano. It serves as a cultural representation and record of espresso culture in Milan and Italy as a whole. It houses a variety of espresso machines throughout the history of the drink. I'm going to get a little VIP tour, and I'd like to take you with me. It's also one of the main employers here in Binasco and serves the community on multiple levels. For instance, during the pandemic, they actually opened up their doors to serve as an overflow area for the taxed healthcare system. After entering, I first met my guide, Anna.
Welcome to everybody, and my name is Anna, and I'm the junior art curator at the MuMac.
Then we walked the museum, and she shared every detail about every machine there is, like the first espresso machine.
L'ideale is the name, and is the first espresso coffee machine born in 1906. The main element that characterizes the espresso coffee machine is this one, that is the brewing group. And the brewing group was invented by Bezzera, that was a man come from Milan, who in 1906 sold his patent to Pavoni, that was already a big company in Italy, and in 1906 starts the first industrial production of a coffee espresso machine.
Or how the first baristas were originally called machinistas.
The barista was called machinist, like a machinist of a train, because they need a license, because was actually a coffee machine is like a machine that uses high pressure, high temperature. And this is funny because sometimes if there wasn't a good barista, sometimes could happen an explosion of a coffee machine. The structure is in a chronological line, so we start from the first years of the 19th century, and this one is our reproduction of a cafe of these years. There are all original pieces that allow to imagine the atmosphere of this period inside a cafe. And in this period we can see how it's changing the aesthetics of the coffee machine. There are in this room two big news. The first one is this, the passage before the vertical boiler that characterized the first type of coffee machine that we have seen before, the passage to the vertical boiler to the horizontal boiler. So for the first time we can see a coffee machine like nowadays, and this allowed to add the cup warmer for the first time.
Then we just started to talk about our favorite machines. Like the horn.
Our diamond, our collection, because it's called La Cornuta, and that means like with horn for the form of the brewing group, and it's very famous, important, because this one is a coffee machine designed by Gio Ponti, that is one of the most important Italian designer in the world. And there are only two pieces in all the world of this coffee machine.
Early espresso didn't have crema on top. Crema is that beautiful golden brown cap that sits on top of an espresso. And it requires pressure to produce this emulsification, which they didn't have yet in those machines. So the first one that had it was the Gaggia in 1948. And they had to advertise it because nobody knew what it was. So on the machines it would say Crema Caffè Naturale, to let people know that this is supposed to happen. they left me alone to have the entire museum to myself. Thank you so much for stopping by. We really do appreciate the time that you spend with us. Please leave us some comments. We'd love to hear from you, what you're interested in, what you're thinking, and we look forward to seeing you again next week. Please subscribe, and we'll see you again soon.